everybody, welcome back to the Overflowing Glass. My name is Brandy, I'm your host today, and thank you for coming back for my returning members, and if you're new, welcome. I'm excited to have you. So today I wanted to talk to you about your shining bright and being a light. A few years ago, I was going through a rough time with a best friend of mine. It took me a while to realize that anytime that I was shining brightly, she would find a way to sabotage me. And it took a long time, and it really did hurt once I realized what was happening. But at that time, another friend of mine sent me a little meme, and it said, "Don't dim your light simply because it's shining in somebody else's eyes." And every year around November that pops up, and I'm reminded that, yeah, I don't need to dim my shine, and neither do you. And I mean, she's just one example of this. We don't need to tone each other down. We don't need to dim each other's light. We don't need to bring other people down for us to rise to the top. There's plenty of room for everybody at the top, because we all have different desires, passions, loves. We all want different things. Not everybody wants the same thing, and not everybody has the same goal in their life. So I wanted to tell a couple stories of how this has manifested in my life, or I should say how I refused to dim my light. So we're going to take two different gentlemen. The first gentleman is, I would say, my personal opinion, not with somebody I would consider to be successful. Just kind of, really hardcore struggling, big time with everything in every aspect of his life. And the second guy seems to have it all together. A lot of money and a good career. I believe he's a lawyer. Just money to throw anywhere. Ate at really nice restaurants and always picked beautiful hotels and had money to spend on every woman that he came across. So, gentleman number one, this was somebody I was in a relationship with, and I knew he was struggling, and I got really excited because I said, well, we were planning to move in together, and I said, well, if we do, I don't want you to worry too much, because with my income, I've got us for a while. Like, I can do this. I can get us an apartment, and I have enough money to handle rent and deposit and everything. If you could just really be in charge of making sure that the kids get to school on time, and that there's always, you could buy the food, and I was trying to come up with ways for us to work together, but to say, I've got you, I've got your back. Guess what happened? He freaking got so pissed at me and was like, you make me feel like such a loser because I can't contribute anything. And here I was thinking, I need you. I need you to make sure that the home's being run smoothly. I need you. And he's like, I can't contribute anything, and you make me feel like such a loser. And he didn't talk to me for 3 days. Why? Because I'm successful. Because I brought something to the table and he didn't. And that really crushed his manhood. And where I thought I was being helpful and giving him an opportunity to move out of his apartment with a roommate that he really didn't like, I thought I was giving him an out, a way to get away from a situation he didn't like. And instead I made it really bad. And I made it bad because I was shining bright. I was bringing my best. He didn't like me shining bright. And from then on, any time that I did anything that was a success, he got angry. He didn't, like, he might not have said to my face, or he might not have said specifically, like, you're doing great and that pisses me off, but his actions, when I do something really good and he didn't ever really say good job or I'm proud of you. He would if it had to do with my day job. He knew I hated my day job. But if I did something good there, then yeah, good job, you're amazing, you're doing great work. But in my like dream job, my podcasting, my high vibe lifestyle, if I had good things happen there, say an interview with somebody scheduled or a really good review on my podcast, he got so mad and just like would withdraw. And so he couldn't handle me shining bright. And it happened over and over and over again. And I refuse to dim my shine just because he couldn't handle it. So gentleman number 2, this is not somebody I dated. This is somebody who saw me online, was interested in me, and started talking to me. And he is successful. He has a lot of money. He's a pretty high up there lawyer, and he was interested in me. Well, the way he came across and like the things that he said, I wasn't interested in. So he wanted somebody that he could talk to, take out on dates, could hang out with, be a companion with, and I'd get paid for it. Not as in a prostitute, but as in a companion. It wouldn't be a sexual relationship, but if I were with him in an exclusive relationship with him, I would get an allowance. And I told him I wasn't interested. And he was like, how can you not be interested? And what he offered to pay me, I wouldn't have to work at all. And he didn't want me to work. And I said, no, I'm not interested. Now, keep in mind, I have nothing against women who live that lifestyle. I've dabbled in it. It's kind of fun. But this particular gentleman didn't want me to pursue my goals if they got in the way of when he wanted to either talk with me or go to dinner or anything. I had to be on call 24/7 for this guy. And that would greatly interfere with my life. And I said, no. First off, I said, what's in it for me? And he said, oh, I'll pay you such and such a week, and plus clothes, food, pay your rent. Like, it was a decent package. Not gonna lie. It wasn't bad. But it didn't fulfill me. Like, it didn't fulfill my inner, like my heart. I have to be creating or working or in some way contributing. I can't be sitting around waiting for somebody to call me so that I can just give them companionship. I have to be in a creative process or in a contributing process. That's just who I am. I'm a giver at heart. And when I told him this, I told him, no, I'm building a business. I have things scheduled that I need to be there for. I have Zoom meetings I need to be in. I cannot be at your beck and call. And his response was, you're too big for me. And he didn't mean big as in fat. He meant big as in big, like larger than life. He meant it as, I have too much going for me, and I have too many plans, too many social engagements, too many work engagements. Like, my schedule was big. He couldn't handle it. He didn't want me shining bright either, at all. And I don't think he wants any partner to shine whatsoever, except for him. But I'm not with him. I told him, I can't. I'm not interested. And he said, no, I can see why not. You're too big. And I don't think he meant it as I was a bad person or that he looked down on me. It just wasn't what he was looking for. He actually seemed kind of like in awe, like, you're too big for me. But keep doing your shit. But still, he wanted me to dim my shine. It's not going to happen. And recently, something that really made me personally very emotional was in watching the election and watching Kamala Harris get the first woman vice president. Like, that is huge. But what really got me was learning about her husband's support, how he was behind her, how he had her back. And to me, that's what a partner should do. Whether you're male or female, you should have each other's back and allow each other to shine as brightly as possible. I will not be in a relationship where I'm not supported, and I don't mean financially. I mean supported emotionally. I have to be supported, and I have to be cheered on and encouraged and challenged. I have to be challenged to shine the brightest that I possibly can. And so no more of this dim your shine. Ladies, oh my ladies, if you have a friend who is just kicking ass, do not try to dim her shine. Be there with her. Shine bright alongside her. Lift her up. You both can wear a crown. You are both queens. You don't need to tear each other down. Friends don't do that. I had a friend who did, and notice I said had. She's in the past tense. She was my best friend for 7 years. And no, I haven't had contact in, I want to say about 6 years. So there's a 13 years that I've known this person. Sometimes you have to let that go, though, if they're not going to support you. Or in this friend's case, outright sabotage you. There's no need for it. Like, as women, we need to really be there for each other, to cheer each other on. If we do have criticism with a friend of ours, you can offer it constructively. For example, my best girlfriend, she's like my sister. We've been best friends since 6th grade. I think it's 6th grade. One of those, middle school. I know she has my back. She has been there through my ups and downs, and like, I know she's got me. But when my podcast first came out, she listened to it and she's like, your content's great, but there's an issue with the audio. And the way she put it, like, I didn't take offense to it because there was an issue with the audio. Like, why am I going to take offense to that? She gave me constructive criticism to make a better product. And my first customer with my online course gave me constructive criticism to make that product better, to make me better. That's what we should be doing. And we can do it in a way that is loving and in a way that shows that we really care about that person and we care about that person's success. We can be true friends and really just help lift each other up. We do not need to tear each other down. We don't need to blackmail. We don't need to sabotage. We don't need to gossip. We can do this together. We really can. We can all be shining stars because we all have a different galaxy in which we need to shine. I just made that up. I'm crazy sometimes. Yeah, so whether you're in a relationship romantically, or if it's a friend or family member, just remember, don't let anybody bring you down, especially if it's because they're insecure. That's their problem, not yours. That's something that they need to deal with in their own life that has nothing to do with you. You being successful should never make anybody feel bad about themselves. They only feel bad about themselves because they're not doing what they need to do to feel good about themselves. Even Mr. Successful Lawyer, he didn't want a successful woman. He wanted somebody he could kind of control. That's his own thing. Like, that's his problem. That's not mine. So just keep shining bright, ladies. Keep sparkling. Wear your crown. If you see your girlfriend is just killing it, offer to be next to her and be like, what can I do to help you? What can I do to make your success and your rise even better? How can I assist you in just being the best person you can be? Because that's what a true friend does. And when you offer to help lift other people up, and when you offer to say, you know, I love what you're doing, I want to help you get bigger, and I want to promote you on my website, and I want to shout it out to the world that I love what you're doing, that shows that you have confidence in yourself, and you have confidence in the universe that there's an unlimited abundance. That just because your friend is kicking ass doesn't mean that you have less to kick ass with. No, not at all. It means that she can do great, you can do great, they can do great, they can do great. We can all do amazing things. We can all enjoy the infinite abundance of the universe. And I mean, there's no limit. We don't need to put limits on it. When we try to bring other people down, it means that there's a limitation there. It means that they believe that there's not enough. But there is. There's more than enough. So I wanted to thank you for tuning in today. I'm kind of loving doing this setup here at my desk rather than in my old room where it was. It's much brighter out here. Maybe a little bit noisier, but it's much brighter. I enjoy it a lot more. But I want to thank you for joining me. Thank you for supporting me. If you feel so inclined, like, subscribe, comment, share. And just remember to keep filling yourself up with love and light so then you can give to everybody else. Bye.